Well, on Masters of Spin this morning, Australia's top cricketers have launched a campaign to help children caught up in India's COVID crisis.
India is recording 4 new COVID cases every second.
There's not enough oxygen to go around.
In times of crisis, we come together.
We're throwing our support behind UNICEF's India Crisis Appeal.
Their teams are on the ground right now.
Because right now, India needs us.
The videos were recorded from their hotel rooms in the Maldives after they fled the COVID-ravaged nation. Our Masters of Spin this morning are advertising and marketing experts Matthew Bywater and Dee Madigan. Good morning, guys. Matthew, some really big names there, really getting behind what is unequivocally a good cause, an important cause. Some are questioning the timing, to change the narrative about, of course, them fleeing and whether or not they'll get government assistance to come home.
Yeah, perhaps. But look, this is a great cause and they're doing really well. I mean, already they've raised, $250,000 since Thursday. And you'll remember, these guys are rock stars in India, absolute rock stars. It's not just the current crop. This goes back to Steve Waugh, Brett Lee, Adam Gilchrist, or Mr Gilly as they call him over there. So they gain great resonance over there. So it shows Australia's support of the Indian people, as well as raising good funds back here.
And I think we're cynical sometimes when corporates and celebrities do good things, and we have every reason to be. There's definitely something in it for them. But you know what? Sometimes, as long as they're actually helping a good cause, that's okay too.
And they have a great relationship with the Indian people.
Yeah. They have a deep connection. A lot of the cricketers have a deep connection with India, don't they? And the fact that they've raised $250,000, pretty good stuff, isn't it? All right, moving on now. And Anthony Albanese has been accused of ripping off Ronald Reagan during his budget reply speech. This is what Reagan said in 1980.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things in the stores than it was 4 years ago?
OK, and here's what Mr Albanese had to say on Wednesday night.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things?
OK, here it comes.
Do you feel better off than you did 8 years ago? Do you feel more secure at work? Are you finding it easier to pay your bills?
OK, so he's sort of engaging people by asking these questions. But Matt, what do you think? This is, in fact, the second time that the Labor leader has been accused of plagiarism. There was another time that he was accused of ripping off the actor Michael Douglas in The American President. Is this now a problem?
Yeah, I don't think so. Look, one of the problems with political leaders is authenticity, and this doesn't look authentic. When you plagiarise something, it doesn't look authentic. If he comes out and becomes defensive about it, that makes it worse. For me, I just play it on. It's one of those things where you could even play with it. I know Roy Kimmerano, the American business expert and author, here's his saying, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to steal right now, is that if you steal one thing, that is plagiarism. If you steal lots of things, that's research. So I'd run with it.
And I think also sometimes people feel like politics is just irrelevant to their lives. So questions are a really good way to get people to start to think about, actually, these things matter to me or they don't matter.
And that comes from a woman who actually advises Anthony Albanese.
This may or may not be a fact.
And now a lot more people are hearing his speech because it's getting played around YouTube.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
And finally, the New South Wales government's attempt to give struggling restaurants a leg up by handing out dining vouchers has, backfired. It's been revealed the venues where they've been most used are event cinemas, Hungry Jack's and KFC. Dee, how would you rate this as a stimulus strategy? I mean, they do make some excellent chicken at KFC.
And also the hot potato and gravy when you've got a hangover is like, oh my God, the best.
And you dip the chips in?
Oh, so good, so good. I think, look, it would be better if all those vouchers were spent in local businesses, but the mechanics of trying to sort of sort that out would have been too much. So as long as some of it is going back in, I think that's kind of as good as we can get with it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dee. Right. Honestly, we just say anything about fast food and you can just go on a monologue, can't you?
I asked you when the last time you had fast food was. You said, it's been years. I was flummoxed. Yeah.
Well, like KFC.
Get out there and stimulate the fast food economy, Monique.
I'm going to my local businesses to get the local chicken from the chicken shop.
They
Psycho
do an
Chicken is my
excellent
local
zinger
chicken shop.
with add bacon and cheese.
Thank you, team.